you saying that my world, my whole life is like this because someone went back in time and changed the past?
That appears to be the case.
Then doing this could save my parents.
I can't promise that.
Tom.
Jefferson.
Tom, you are never going to guess what time it is right now.
I won't. And how dare you put me on the spot in public like this and embarrass me?
I dare. You motherfucker, I dare. Because it is time for another episode of Tom and Jeff Watch Batman.
Oh, shit! Oh,
you
man.
should have seen this coming.
I
literally every week.
Every time.
Like the exact same time every week.
Yeah.
We do this.
Yes.
And yet, like some kind of Dana Carvey in clean slate memento bullshit, you forget what this is.
I should get the entirety of Dana Carvey's clean slate tattooed onto my body. That way I would never forget.
That's the plot of Memento, right? He gets the script.
He gets the script
Dana
of
Carvey
Clean
from
Slate
Clean
tattooed
Slate?
on his body.
Perfect. Tom, this is a very special episode for us. We are finishing up season 1 of the Justice League. That means we are doing a 3-parter. Season 1 episodes 24 through 26. The Savage Time. And some people will be listening to this for free.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. We thought we would do a free episode. Just cause.
I think with these 3-parters, we're gonna do that. So that's exciting. And boy, what a wacky choice of episodes that we get. This finishes up season 1 of Justice League, and spoiler alert, Tom, it's going to pave the way for the pinnacle of sort of DC animation. When we get Justice League season 2, and then beyond that, Justice League Unlimited. As much as we have gone through Batman the Animated Series, and in my personal opinion, it's a little overrated. I think Batman the Animated Series gets a lot of this is the greatest show of all time. Why?
It does. I think it still deserves most of the praise it gets.
Yes, but there's a lot of times when we're like, I forgot how many Roland Daggett episodes there are.
It's a lot of Roland Daggett. Yeah.
Like a considerable amount of, and like Beast Men, so many Beast people.
There are a shocking amount of Beast Men. And characters like Milo and the Jazz Man are way more formidable than they have any right to be.
Jimmy the Jazz Man, anyway, causes damage. Anyway, so another thing about this, and spoiler alert to the people alone, the body count of this episode is unfathomable.
Yes, that's because it largely takes place during the Allied invasion in Normandy in World War II.
Let me tell you,
a lot of motherfuckers get shot.
I have a lot of our heroes murder.
Oh yeah, there's a point where Superman just looks at Hawk Girl and basically just says, "Let's kill these motherfuckers."
And boy, do they!
And they do. They use all of their super-powered might to kill a whole bunch of people.
And here's another fun part about this series of episodes: is one of our heroes shoots someone to death with a gun. That's a real thing that happens in these episodes. So now, Tom, we're going to start out in space. Green Lantern is dragging his ship across the galaxy, and he's like, my ring's going to need a serious recharge after dragging you clowns halfway across the galaxy. And first off, classic Jon Stewart form, total prick to his friends while he's helping them out.
Yeah, being a massive asshole to his entire team because he has to get out and push. In his defense, Superman should be the one pushing the plane.
Superman seems to have... He's by a yellow sun, man.
He's sitting in the driver's seat. It's like...
He's like, power? Infinite.
It would be like if your fucking Mercury Sable broke down and your biggest friend is sitting behind. It's like okay. Yeah.
It's weird. It's like having your dad get drunk and having you drive instead of mom.
Right, yeah.
Like, there's no reason that Superman shouldn't be pushing this fucking thing. He gets an unlimited source of energy from the sun. Meanwhile, Green Lantern's like, oh, there's a chance I could die out here if my ring fucking drains while I'm dragging you all out here.
Yeah, it's the fact that Superman is in the driver's seat, I can't stress enough, that really just made me laugh my ass off, because it's like watching Rick Moranis push a car while John Cena is sitting in the driver's seat.
It's very funny. It's very funny to pick to and it's also just very funny picturing Superman in the driver's seat. You think it's just because they're like, well, I'm not going to ask him not to sit there. He's probably like I bet like Hawk Girl is the best pilot in the team.
Okay, Superman 100% does not know how to fly that plane.
No,
there's no way he knows how to fly that plane.
You know what he does when they fly the plane is he just flies himself, and he uses that momentum
while
move
holding
the
stick, so it moves the plane.
It's basically he's a space he's a space Flintstone.
Mm-hmm.
He's just flying his way through space by pushing it through the momentum. I don't think he's ever used fuel in this thing. He just pops that baby in neutral and just flies forward.
Just zips across the galaxy.
Oh, man. So they return. Batman's there. He's like, oh, starting to enjoy this peace and quiet. And they're like, fuck you, Batman, you old goof.
Yeah, that's our Batman.
And then a mysterious pulse just basically explodes. Everyone's thrown around. Green Lantern's like, hold on, everybody. And then the watchtower is fucking missing.
Yeah, it just disappears.
So they go to the... By the way, this is the longest cold open I think we got all season.
Right, because when does it start? Does it start after the watchtower disappears, or does it start when they land in Nazi Metropolis?
I think it's like... Oh, maybe for the first time I didn't. It might be just.
It's fine.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Usually I write it down, and I didn't this week. Go fuck myself.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to Earth to find the source, and there are just Nazi flags everywhere. The Daily Planet statue is a fist.
It's like cryptid a fist. My favorite thing about them landing in Nazi Metropolis is not a single member of the Justice League at any point mentions the fact that there's Nazi shit everywhere.
Yeah, they're like, what's happening here? And John's like, I was in the military. I think I might know.
Right.
But like, nobody there learned about World War II?
Yeah, and it's not subtle. Like, it's like the big-ass Nazi eagle and like the SS rune symbol. Like, they can't have a swastika because it's like a kid's show, but... Like,
even the Nazis are like, tone it down.
Yeah. Like,
it's basically... I think it's one of the S's from the SS logo.
Yeah.
Like, that's essentially what... I mean, look, they don't... Later, we're going to see Frozen Hitler. Like...
It's a real Bionic Commando moment. We just see Frozen Hitler.
Frozen Hitler, and also Frozen Hitler also looks like he's drawn in like old like Max Fleischer animation.
I know.
So
I think
weird.
It must be on purpose because this, Max Fleischer had Superman fighting Nazis, and in this trilogy of episodes, Superman is fighting some Nazis.
Yeah. Flash grabs one of those posters and he's like, "This fuckface is there and everything." And then the Nazis arise, and they're like, "Give us your papers." And Hot Girl just throws a dude.
Yeah, she does. Because he tries to like shove her out of the way, and I'm like, you probably don't want to do that. And then his ass ends up getting tossed over a bench.
But let me tell you, their actionable movements are quick. These Nazis are, the trains are running on time with these motherfuckers because as soon as one thing goes wrong, there is a swarm of Nazis.
Right. Well, the other Nazi that doesn't get flipped over a bench shoots like 19 flares into the sky, and then every Nazi in the city shows up.
Yeah. There's a quick Nazi reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to hand it to those Nazis.
Yes. Yeah. They retribution was indeed swift.
So then we have like an armored Batman. He's like, "Over here." And then they all escape into the sewers onto a subway train where they're careening towards like this dead end, and Superman looks legitimately scared.
And he has X-ray vision.
But also at the same time, I'm like, but you're Superman.
But also, you're Superman. Even if this thing crashes, you will be fine.
Yeah, what are you afraid of?
Your pants won't even be ripped.
Do you think this guy was like, come on over here, we're gonna die together? Suicide pact, real quick.
Come down, I'll save you, and then just drives a train straight into a wall.
Emergency suicide pact.
I saved you from the Nazis. Well, technically.
For about 18 seconds, this was true.
Just what if that was it? He just
also,
drives him in a train straight into a wall.
And that's the show, everybody. Thank you all for listening. If you liked what you're hearing, you want to hear more. There's something to be said because it goes directly to Batman's fucking lair. But this is it's a train. It would be the easiest thing to track where it went. You can track it literally with the track.
Yeah.
You go to that dead end and be like, well, the train is gone. It must be through this. I don't understand how he has made it this far.
I don't know, man.
Because that's the most easily traceable getaway vehicle on the planet.
Right.
Is a train.
Just a set of tracks leading directly to the Batcave.
It is a fixed route with arrows pointing to the Batcave. I was like, you would get discovered immediately.
Yeah.
They get to the Batcave and Flash is like, I have some questions. And Batman's like, I'll be the one asking the questions. And then a bunch of soldiers like appear out of nowhere. He has bat soldiers.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I like how it's the Resistance, but he still dresses like a bat. And also a bat doesn't really have anything to do with this storyline.
Not at all. Like his parents get killed by the SS. They just burst into his house and murder his parents for speaking out against the government.
Yes.
Don't see where the bat comes in.
Yeah. I saw a bat one. Maybe, I guess it really comes down that Bruce Wayne has always had a bat fetish.
Well, it's interesting because even in like Flashpoint, like Thomas Wayne dresses up like a bat. So it's like, for some reason, it's always going to be a bat. And there's some kind of...
All signs point to bat.
They had some kind of weird bond.
Yeah. This is my bat.
My father used to take me bat watching.
Yeah, Batman is not fucking around. And Superman's like, if we wanted to hurt you, we would have. I don't know if you noticed how we're dressed, but we are clowns. We are powerful clowns.
We're the world's mightiest clowns.
Imagine you live in that world and you see these assholes arrive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you're like, look at the fucking circus came to town. Jesus Christ.
Are you guys a tumbling squad? What the fuck is this?
No. We're just ridiculous gods.
Are you guys the Wiggles?
Yeah.
Are you a children's band?
Yeah. What's with the green guy?
Yeah, they look like a bunch of fucking Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
The funny part about Martian Manhunter, I would like to say, is that he shapeshifts to make himself more palatable to humans, but doesn't make himself a human to make himself more palatable to humans. I don't understand that. He's like, let me get this form that I never go in to make you more comfortable. It's like, well, just go to a regular person. You can do that.
Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe he has to really flex when he's doing it. I don't know. Maybe it takes a lot out of him to shapeshift. I don't know.
He'll be the Bruce Lee of being a white guy or whatever,
Yeah. He just gets shredded by shapeshifting into another person for a long time.
So powerful. How'd you do it? It's a plyometric exercises, really. Okay, so he's basically like, hey, my parents were killed when I was 8 because they were critical to the regime. This is why I started the resistance. And he's like, these are all just, people that are with me. They've all experienced loss. And it's like, it shows the resistance kind of horsing around in the background.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Robins.
Like they're not paying attention to the clowns that just showed up.
I guess, once Batman's like, no, these guys are cool. They're like, all right, back to our Lost Boys games.
I guess Dick and Babs are going to be making out hard, which they are.
Tim's there getting chased by some girl. I don't know who that one's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's Clayface. He's a fucking sleeper.
I was it would not have been, the shot is so weird. It would not have been out of place to see Rufio on that fucking wooden sailboat thing.
Yeah, it's a very strange event.
Just zipping around.
So what it cuts down to is USA lost World War II because D-Day was a complete disaster. We find out, or we hypothesize, that Green Lantern's ring sort of protected them from the pulse. They were not affected by it. And he's like, well, you're probably going to want to go to Vandal's Research Center. So the Justice League goes, and John basically sees him talking about like this 48-hour window for time travel.
Yeah.
Then the Justice League shows up to this research center and just fucks everyone up.
Well, they run away. All the scientists fuck right off, and can't say I blame them.
Yeah, no, like, look, if somebody was dressed like Superman, flew in your general direction,
into the room like a demon,
like, I would be more afraid of somebody dressed like Superman than Batman.
Because Batman's not flying.
Well, yes, but even if they were coming at me and I thought they were flying, with Batman, I'd be like, oh, this guy has an intent. But with Superman, I'd be like, I don't know what's happening here. Like, I can't fathom. Like, I know Batman's deal.
I don't know what that statement is.
Yeah. Like, I get Batman's deal because he's advertising what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Batman is like, I'm going to kick you in the chest. And he does.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, like, hovers at you. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here. And then he's like, you can't because my eyes
I'd run
melt
inside
at the
a
door.
church if I saw Superman.
Yes. Like if Superman and Batman were dressed, if it was both Clark in the same costume, I'd be more terrified of the Superman costume.
Yeah.
Because he shows, it's also like Batman's like clearly wearing like some armor shit with like the cape and everything. Superman's just like, this is my face. This is my fucking face. You look at my face.
Look at it.
See me.
Look at it.
I'm wearing long johns like an asshole. I can do anything I want.
I look
anything.
I look like your shitty nephew.
Yeah. I can literally do anything I want. I could destroy the planet right now. Like, that's just fascinating to me. What a horror. It's like hearing ghost children laugh.
Yeah.
There's something like, you're like, oh, children's laughter isn't an evil thing, but in the wrong context, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, when you're in a dark room alone, it has a whole other impact.
Yeah, and just like Superman's general existence is absolutely terrifying to me. It's like Clayface. When I even think of the concept, my body just like, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
It shuts down. Anyway, the black hole is a tunnel into the past, and it's going to collapse in 2 days. And Bruce is all like, oh, then doing this could save my parents. And Superman's like, I mean, we can't promise.
He very matter-of-factly says, we can't guarantee that. And then it just moves on to like Hawkgirl or something.
Yeah. Do you ever see that internet meme where it's like the monkey looking to the monkey puppet looking to the side, like all awkwardly? It's that. It's that very specific vibe of like, oh, so if you go back there, you could save my parents. And everyone in the room is like, look, we're going to go back in time with no rules whatsoever.
I can't wait to talk about the historical implication of what happens in these episodes.
Absolutely.
Because they don't undo anything. They just thwart him in the past. It's like, oh,
yes,
all of this still happens.
Superman happened in the past.
Yeah. Wonder Woman knocked over a giant big wheel in the French countryside. Got it.
It's a real thing that happened.
Yeah,
and we see that actually, it's confirmed later too. Like, it's not just us confirming it and hypothesizing. No.
It is 100% confirmed at the end of the third episode. Yeah.
Okay, so Hawkgirl asks Batman to come with him, and he's like, no, I'm going to stay in case you fail, because this is kind of like a theory, and I'm not an idiot, so I'm going to stay here. And Martian Manhunter's like, if we succeed, this version of you will not exist. And Batman's like, yeah, I know. That's literally what I'm going for.
Right, yeah, he's like stoked.
I don't know if you saw my train.
Nothing would make me happier.
I don't know if you saw my train, but I install a 1% failsafe where the wall won't open. Just a 1% every time. Just a chance for me to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plays Russian train roulette every time he comes in there.
He flirts with death every day.
I still don't know why the Nazis aren't just like down by the train tracks all the time to find the resistance. It's clearly down there.
Maybe it's a secret train tunnel they don't know about. I don't know.
Seems like they just
Seems unlikely.
I just can't believe he has a train.
Yeah.
Like that's his big escape move. Mm-hmm. The Bat Train.
The Bat Train. The loudest vehicle.
Yeah. And with like 0% maneuverability.
No, it goes in one direction, baby. That's the Bat Train.
Bat Train.
Why did he make a train? Think of all the resources he wasted building that train and those train tracks.
Yeah. At best, he salvaged this train. But it's like, that's a real V for Vendetta situation where he's like, it took me 18 years. Like, Jesus. The Justice League flies in, and it's all trippy when they go through the portal. It's actually really cool looking. It's very like 70s DC. And they land, and there's a war outside.
The war.
Which, and the war is happening in America, which means that at this point in time, the timeline is irreversibly fucked.
It's not in America yet. They're in France.
I thought they were in Metropolis. That's my bad. Yeah.
No, yeah, they landed in France.
The portal took them not only back in time, but also it spatially moved them?
Yes, to a different spot on the Earth.
Seems weird.
Yeah, I mean, considering the Earth is like 3/4 water, it's really lucky they just didn't end up in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah, because it's not like they ended up in the lab, did they? They just kind of shot out.
They're just like they just got shot out on the French countryside, if I remember correctly.
That is kismet that happened. Let's see. Let's see. There's a giant war wheel tanks.
Yeah,
like they're fucking Cobra.
Yeah, there's a lot of G.I. Joe shit in here. This big fucking spiked Legion of Doom wheel just rolling around.
Yeah. For a more current thing, if you are a younger listener, think of Infinity War, those Thanos tanks.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, that's like those ones. And the USA tanks are fucking obliterated. Green Lantern saves one of them. Flash is hit by a shell and then almost run directly over.
Mm-hmm.
Superman can't fuck up the wheel tank.
Yeah, for some reason, these wheel tanks are Superman-proof. Don't get it. Don't understand why.
Martian Manhunter flies in, disconnects some shit, and it works pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter is the secret weapon of this, and he immediately embarks on a useless quest.
He sure does. God, man. He kills one of these tanks in like 3 seconds, and he's like, I'm going to go do something else for the rest of the story.
While other tanks are coming at them.
Yeah, there's still plenty more tanks here, John.
I would have just been like, can you wait like 20 minutes and then go to Berlin?
I must go to Berlin.
He's like, I found a transistor. And Jon Stewart's like, those aren't supposed to be invented for years. He's like, well, here we are. I must fly to Berlin.
I love that's the thing that Jon Stewart's incredulous about. It's like, a transistor, impossible. And it's like, did you not see the giant spiked war wheel?
Yeah. That you've been fighting.
That is a 30-story engine of war. That also should not exist.
That's impossible, said the man who just traveled through time.
With an alien space ring.
Yeah. Yeah. And a god, another space cop, and a Martian that is super sad all the time.
Just tell Martian Manhunter his dead family's inside all the tanks.
Yeah. And the world's fastest sex pest.
I said that aloud to myself when he was like dodging the tank gunfire, and they just shoot him. Like, he doesn't trip or anything; they just hit him.
Yeah, he gets shot.
Yeah,
by a tank.
World's fastest man, everyone. He gets shot by a projectile because he's a fucking jackass.
Yeah, they fucking led him on a tank.
Yeah,
they got a lead on him.
Yeah. Dude can run across water, and they just shot him like a duck.
Yeah, whoever was the gunner in that tank needs a raise.
Yeah, well, I think he's dead. I believe they blow that capsule up and then knock the tank over.
They like push him over.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to be good. You're probably looked like about what, 60, 70 feet in the air?
Yeah.
Getting pushed over on your side in a metal coffin. You're not surviving that.
Nope.
You're dead. You're very dead. They kill so many people, Tom.
They're all Nazis, so it's not that bad.
Well,
But it is an incredible body count for the Justice League animated series.
But beyond that too, isn't there supposed to be some kind of like time travel, do no harm kind of situation?
That goes out the goddamn window.
There is no window for this, Tom. They're like, well, I guess this is what happened in World War II. They kill so many people, and I know they're Nazis. I get that they're Nazis, but also they're killing so many people.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of that, like Superman's killing people. That's like a whole thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people are not supposed to kill, and they kill a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like mercilessly.
Yeah.
And I mean that word. They have no mercy with all the murders they do.
Yeah.
It's like, I love that he's like, I must go to Berlin. And it's like, dude, you just disabled them immediately. Can you please stay? And then Wonder Woman's like, wait. I can't let you go into enemy territory alone. Let me come with you. And Superman's like, excuse me? These things are me proof.
Yeah.
Why don't I go to Berlin?
Yeah, let Wonder Woman stay. She's more effective at fighting these tanks than I am.
I am useless right now.
So yeah, 2 of their 3 superpowered deities take off, leaving Superman and the Flash and Green Lantern.
The one who can literally take out these tanks in, I don't know, 8 seconds apiece?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ridiculous that he's like, I guess I've got to go.
Anyone else could go, man. Send the Flash to Berlin.
Literally, he'd get there so fast.
Yeah, that's his deal. That's kind of his thing. He runs to America in the 3rd episode.
Yeah. Superman literally looks at them and he's like, well, then fucking go. Okay, there's a battle happening here, which I got to get back to, so go. He's like really pissed.
Yeah,
that
he
Wonder
should
Woman's
be.
like,
It's
I
dumb.
should also go. Yeah,
this is a dumb
really
thing that they do. And then they rescue Steve Trevor, and the first thing they do is they split up.
Yeah.
Like the whole reason she went with Martian Manhunter was like, I can't let you go into enemy territory alone. And then they immediately split up when they find Steve Trevor.
I can't wait till we get to Steve Trevor because I want to fuck Steve Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, he's Patrick Duffy.
He is TV's Patrick Duffy.
He speaks with the voice of Patrick Duffy.
And he is slicker than greased owl shit in this episode, man. I'm getting the vapors watching him work. That's a fuckable cartoon, man.
It sure is. I pulled out a little lace fan and was just, I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, it cuts to Nazi HQ and you hear, Mein Führer! And apparently they got some calls from the mainland, or from the news forum about the Justice League, and he's like, it's Allied propaganda. And it's like, I don't know, man, you just got some future tech. Maybe you should pay more attention to this stuff.
You just got a laptop from the future from yourself. Maybe...
Yeah,
listen to this. maybe like consider this possibility.
The Nazis are concerned, and Vandal Savage is not. And to prove he's not concerned, he takes out his new electric glove and kills the dude.
It sure does.
He's like, Mein Führer, shouldn't we be like maybe a little cautious that some gods have traveled through time to kill us? And he's like, how dare you even suggest such a thing?
Fucking now, stops his heart with his electric gauntlet.
Yeah. I'll take out my murder gauntlet.
My Dr. Claw fist.
Yeah. That thing does some damage.
It does, yeah. And then later on, Jon Stewart pushes it onto Vandal Savage's face.
He gets him right in the fucking face.
It's
very
in the
satisfying.
fucking face.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that because I have something to say about that scene.
Yeah.
Now it cuts to some explosions, and we get Steve Trevor stealing the plane, fucks up another plane before being shot. He's crashing his plane into the other one. This dude is efficient.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman saves him, And then Martian Manhunter takes out the last Nazi plane. So Steve wakes up to Wonder Woman, and he's like, I'm not trusting you. I don't get you. What's your deal? And he's like, I got to get to France. I got to warn the Allies of the invasion. And Martian Manhunter's like, hey, I got to ask about these new weapons. What's going on here? He's like, got this communicator, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he tells Martian Manhunter where the tech came from. It all came from Vandal Savage. So Martian Manhunter's like, I must go there. All right, man.
Yeah. So he delivered them and was made the Fuhrer. And so he's like, I got to go to this science lab. And then he sees a fucking laptop. And then he hears someone coming, and he sees frozen Hitler. And then Vandal Savage electricities him to death.
Yeah.
Almost.
Electricities his balls, his Martian balls. Right off of his body.
John needs to like form another ear on his back.
Yeah.
Like he's a shapeshifter, right? Maybe get an ear back there so you can hear what's happening.
An extra eyeball or two just between your shoulder blades. Couldn't hurt.
Because this electricity gauntlet probably has a hum to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably got something going on.
Vandal Savage is a big guy. He's got some heavy footsteps.
He is not a light guy. He's He's like a linebacker.
Yeah,
man.
he's Gotham strong, man.
Yeah, this guy's infinity strong. So, back to the battlefield, we see these wheel tanks are fucking up the Allies, and Flash saves a dude. He saves a dude that I think they're making a Nick Fury reference because the guy covers his own eye.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because Sergeant Rock does show up.
I thought it was Sergeant Rock at first, but then I was like, no, he made the guy holding his eye, and I was like, oh, I bet it's like a nudge, nudge, wink, wink Nick Fury joke. Because, you know, he's Marvel, but why not make the joke?
Yeah, do it. Fuck Nick Fury.
Green Lantern holds one of the tanks back for a while, and then no. His ring has run out, and he is thrown into like a muddy but it's the battle between him and the wheel tank is very funny because it just keeps moving forward. He's like, oh, I'm gonna hold it back, and it's trying to go over a tiny bridge, and I'm like, I don't know, man, maybe just if you move,
I don't think that bridge is gonna hold that big wheel.
And then that big wheel is just gonna fall over in the ravine. Try doing that. Have you thought about that? Maybe do that.
I'm not doing that. I'm putting up a green shield.
No. I'm going to use all my energy to do something pointless. Get hurt anyway.
Really dumb. Well, buy us an extra 10 seconds. And he gets blasted
10 seconds, and I'll lose all my power.
Yeah. I'm going to be pretty useless for the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, save that ring to make like one Green Lantern bullet or something. You know, like shoot someone in the face with your ring.
Yeah. Take somebody with you.
Honestly, it's a really dumb use of extra ring power because he's holding it on like too long.
Yeah, and he already knows he's low. I mean, it's a whole thing, but kind of the point is that he's stuck for most of this storyline without any superpowers, so he has to just be a regular soldier, which is not a bad idea. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's become depowered, and now he has to just be a Marine. Mm-hmm. So let's see. His ring is Hawk Girl goes to see what's up. Like they basically lose him. They can't find him because he's like in the water. They give up on him real fast.
Yeah,
they think he's dead. So now the wheel tanks are coming at Green Lantern depowered, and it is to be continued.
Yes.
So now it cuts back to the next episode, and it is the beach on D-Day, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And it is not going well.
No, they are blowing up those landing boats. Flash is there, like scooping people up and putting them back on the boats, and it's a whole ass thing.
Yeah. I want to go back when Hawkgirl, when she was going back there, she saw John. She was helping injured people, and he's like, "Go, I'll be fine." And he was like, and then she lost him. So it's not like I thought she lost him in the bridge. I mistook the situations. I missed him. I don't want to lie on the show, Tom.
It's okay. It's okay. Happened. It's not a lie.
I feel like a liar.
You're
Anyway,
a fucking phony.
Justice League is he's a phony. Justice League is helping.
All right.
I don't even think they watched Batman. Flash is like pissed that Hawk Girl left Green Lantern, and she was like, "I had to carry 9 dudes." And he's like, "I'm gonna go back." And
Yeah,
then,
he's being a real putz about it.
Now it cuts to Green Lantern running from the tank wheel thing. He's getting shot kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets hit like 3 different times with these tank shells.
Yes.
What a shitty military. Like, what are those things filled with?
I don't know, man. It looks like energy. I don't know.
Yeah, they're filled with. They're those little snappers. Remember those snappers you used to get? The little like.
Oh, like the noisemakers?
Yeah, where like you're like, oh, those must hurt, but then they don't.
No, they don't. They're just shooting cap guns at the Nazis.
Yeah. So he's shot into the muddy river. He's sent in there, and that's how Flash can't find him. Meanwhile, Superman and Hawk Girl are just fucking up Nazi planes.
He
slices one in half with his face.
Yeah, he sure does. And he is completely on fire when he comes out the other side.
No, everyone is dead.
He looks like the Human Torch.
Dude, if you see Superman in this and you are not on his side, you died. You are dead.
Yeah, he looks over at Hawkgirl and he says, "All bets are off," which just means let's kill these motherfuckers.
Let's kill them.
And they absolutely do.
They kill so many people.
They fucking destroy so many airplanes in this scene.
Stan Berkowitz, who wrote the episode, got away with just an unfathomable thing to do, which is to take the Justice League, a group of people together who basically have all taken an oath not to kill, and to put them into a situation where they are just relentlessly killing. And Paul Dini was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like the showrunner, right?
He's one of the EPs at least.
Yeah. So like that's so funny to me.
Yeah, it's kind of twofold because it's that, and it's also like, okay, hear me out. I want to throw the Justice League into Nazi Germany, okay, and I want to have them wantonly kill a bunch of Nazis. Lits.
It's like, okay, look. So if it's say it's Wolverine. Say this was an X-Men cartoon, and Wolverine. It's a story of Wolverine back in World War II, just fucking killing Nazis. You'd be like, yeah, that's what Wolverine does. Like Wolverine's a killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he stabs things.
Superman, that's not the case. Like the reason that they're not taking POWs is, I'm guessing, frankly, it just would have taken too much time to explain.
Yeah, I think so. And
so
also,
instead,
it's kind of like
Superman
whatever.
just flies through these men.
Yeah, fucking head first through airplanes.
It's just fucking
ripping
bananas,
them in half
man.
like paper.
Anyway, the Blackhawks arrive to save them. And the Blackhawks show up and they're like, hey! And then Superman takes one plane and bashes it into another plane.
That is my favorite moment of all 3 episodes. He grabs one plane and fucking Mark McGuire swings that shit into another plane.
It is a cataclysm.
It is
a problem.
Incredible.
So the Nazis are retreating, and Tom, I can't stress enough just how many people Superman killed.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get over it.
Yeah,
it's
I would, if I was one of the pilots and saw this, I would fly my plane into the opposite direction until it ran out of gas. Like, I would never even. Yeah. I would not go back to Earth. I'd be like, nope.
I'd shoot myself in the face.
Yeah.
I would kill myself.
Your life is different.
Yeah,
after this moment.
If I'm flying my warplane and a god starts floating and his eyes start glowing or he's careening towards me, I take out my service revolver and I shoot myself in the fucking head. Because this man is going to eat me.
Yeah. I mean, you just saw him laser one of your friends in half.
It'd be funny if after the war it cuts back and he's just eating a plane.
Just eating his way through it. I mean, we we figured that out, man. That's how Superman defeats
most things.
Most things. Just eat it.
Got Clayface problems? Let me take care of that.
Superman eat him.
Just have Superman eating Clayface.
His Kryptonian stomach will take care of that.
Yeah. So Wonder Woman is now dropping Steve Trevor off, and he takes her into this like dilapidated house where he's supposed to meet up with Ernst, who is the code breaker for their rendezvous. Mm-hmm. And so they're setting that up. And let me tell you, it's a dilapidated house, but what it really is it's a wealthy person's house that has been shelled.
Yes, yeah.
Cuts back to camp. Superman and Hawkgirl are just helping like fortify the base and shit. And Flash is just so pissed at Hawkgirl.
Yeah.
And she's like, you see these assholes that are all injured? This is our job. We saved them. And John knew that going in. Shut the fuck up.
Mm.
And then the Blackhawks all land to introduce themselves.
Yeah,
like,
this is really corny.
Yeah, they're like, we're the Blackhawks. We're a group that live on Black Hawk Island, and we're all from different European countries, and we're killing Nazis. And they're like, all right. So now what? And like, we'll show you the island eventually.
Yeah, we're going to show you where all the Nazis are, but we didn't have the firepower to break in until you fancifully clad gods showed up.
Yeah, we couldn't help but notice the amount of disrespect that you gave to those men's lives, and we would like to participate with you.
Yeah, we really want to get a piece of that, if that's cool. Can we get in on that?
Can we? Can we roll with it?
Is there room for us here?
So now it cuts to Green Lantern hiding under a Nazi truck and then rolling out to get discovered by Sergeant Rock's men. And Sergeant Rock's first question is, hey, what's going on with that ring there? What's your deal?
What is that?
Deal with the ring. He's like, "What is that? Some kind of magic powered ring?" And it's like, first guess. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Sarge.
I mean, he saw it. Like, he saw it in action.
And then Bulldozer basically calls John a bitch, and John beats the ever-living Christ out of him.
He sure does. Can we talk about who voices Bulldozer?
It's Ted Levine.
It's Ted Levine.
Would you fuck me?
Are you some kind of soldier? You're not a soldier. What's that ring for? We don't need him. He could be a spy.
Yeah. Wait a second. Are you just some kind of great big space person? I love how John beats the living shit out of Dozer.
He fucking hammers his ass.
I think Dozer is like a minute away from calling him the N-word.
He is. I had that thought before Sergeant Rock interrupts him. I was like, he was about to say something racist, I think.
Yeah, he was going to call him one of those old racist insults where you're just like, oh, people don't even know what that means now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't know that term, but it just hit my ears wrong. Like I
don't like the way that sounded at all.
Yeah, I can tell that's racist.
I heard my grandfather say that word once, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. So now it cuts, and then Sergeant Rock is just like, welcome to Easy Company, soldier. Now it cuts to Martian Manhunter, who is, of course, tied up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think he has a fetish. That guy is always tied up.
In a way that he could, like, easily phase through.
Yes. He's just like, oh, no, I can't move. Hit me harder next time. Vandal Savage is like, well, who would have thought the Ubermensch would be green? And you're like,
he's that's some real Aryan shit right there.
Yeah, you're really
the
going
Ubermensch
for
was
it,
supposed to be white.
Yeah, well, you didn't get black, so at least there's that. You're racist.
Yeah, fucking jerk.
And then Vandal is basically doing this whole thing. He's like, my only desire is peace, progress, and unity. And he's like, yes, with you with the lead. He's like, yeah, what's the problem with that? And I feel like Martian Manhunter is just trying to explain it, but he's not good at it. Where he's just like, but you're a Nazi.
But you're the bad guy. Okay, but like I'm still in charge in 50 years, right? Well, yes, but it's very bad for me. No. Okay, I'm still not hearing why this is a problem.
Actually, for you, I have to be honest, it's quite good.
It's pretty sweet. Your pictures are everywhere. That does sound pretty sweet.
Yeah, I have to be honest.
All right, I'm going to send a guy in here to electrocute you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have a guy come in here, and it's not gonna go well for anybody. I'm from the future, same as you. And he's like, I'm not from the future. The laptop has a message from Vandal Savage to himself, and it's basically how to get an advantage in the war. Gives him advice. Number 1, get rid of Hitler. Number 2, tells him about Doomsday. And then he's gonna, he's like, and number 3, and then it cuts out. I'm assuming number 3 is just like tech stuff, but I was like, oh, what's number 3? Like, I was really invested.
I really want to know what number 3 is.
Yeah, come on, man. I guess I probably already know what number 3 is. I have a history degree. So whatever he was telling him, I guess I already know.
It's probably some kind of solution. And it's the last number, so it's probably something pretty final.
Yeah.
I suspect maybe. There's some context clues here that we could probably figure it out.
Wouldn't that be funny? Not funny, but if Vandal Savage went back and he's all about unity and structure and stuff, but he's still like, but still be an anti-Semite.
Well, he did pick the Nazis.
I mean, they seem like they just had their shit in order.
Yeah.
It's weird to get on the side that loses, though. Like, why didn't you just take over America?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what his plan is, ultimately.
But, I mean, why didn't you do it?
Yeah, why didn't you start there?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you start in America, You think you can take FDR? He's in a chair.
You look like you're putting up like 280.
Yeah,
I think you could kick his ass without
Truman
your magical glove.
Yeah, Truman would give you a fight, but I feel like FDR would be a little tough victory. I mean, an easy victory.
Yeah.
And so basically Marsh Manhunter's, yes, but your future sucks. And he's like, who are you with and what are their powers? And he's like, I'll never betray them.
And I laughed my ass off when he said that, because it's like, I'll never betray them unless you're a hot witch promising me my family, in which case I will betray them in a second.
I'll never betray them after my most recent betrayal of them.
After my most recent utter, complete betrayal. Seriously, I rolled on those motherfuckers.
I will never again betray them. I couldn't possibly betray Flash, the fastest man alive, Hawk Girl, the winged woman, Wonder Woman from Themyscira, the most powerful clay-based woman on the planet, Superman, the Kryptonian. Yeah,
so
gives the whole list.
Surely I would never give up the last son of Krypton.
So now, so I have Vandal Savage sends some dude named Joseph in who tortures the shit out of Martian Manhunter with electricity, and then I just wrote LOL. Because it's kind of funny because it just shows the window.
Yeah, and then the light starts, and you just hear Martian Manhunter like, ah!
That's so funny.
And I'm like, he's gonna tell them everything in like 30 seconds.
He's gonna spill so hard.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter sucks so much.
He's gonna sing like a canary. Oh shit!
I couldn't kill Flash first.
Yeah. I've never liked him.
He's just. I haven't felt this sad since my family was obliterated on Mars.
In 50 years, there's going to be a resistance leader dressed like a bat. Here's where his secret base is. Here's how to find his train. Please, I'll tell you anything.
He's got a train. Please, I can't stop shitting myself. I forgot my special diapers. They're not made for time travel. It's Terminator rules.
Listen, I have to shit on the watchtower. I've been holding it in for so long.
Look, it's a bit of a problem, I've got to be honest. Please help me. Help me now. So now it cuts to, it's so funny, he got electric.
Yeah, just
I'm sorry, I want to move on to the next scene because it's smooth as fuck. But it's just so funny that Martian Manhunter's like, I must get to Berlin. I've immediately been captured, and now I've been electrocuted, as is my wont in life. Like, he lives a script, and that script is him getting his dick pushed in the dirt.
Yes, that is, yeah.
Now it cuts to them in the house, and Steve Trevor has like a charcuterie board, basically, and wine.
Yeah.
And he is so fucking smooth while he's talking to her.
Yeah, he is.
And she's like, you don't have any powers at all? And he's like, no, I'm just a man. And she's like, well, aren't you afraid of dying? And he's like, some things are worth dying for, Angel. Plus, I'd have never met you. And I'm like, I think I want to fuck Steve Trevor.
I definitely want to fuck Steve Trevor.
Like, there's not any room for me not wanting that.
Yeah, I don't see how I couldn't.
And he even does like a let's just enjoy the moment. Like, I guarantee you he at least touched her boob. Like, there's no way that didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
He gives her the let's just enjoy the moment line. You know what that line is.
Yeah, after he moves directly next to her on the couch. Like, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, it's a whole ass thing, and I am here for it.
I'm not here for it, but sadly the Nazis show up and fuck everything up, as they are known to do.
Yeah. The wine bottle is hit by bullets. The Nazis have surrounded them. And apparently Ernst got caught and he flipped on him. He's the Martian Manhunter of the Resistance. Steve is like, I'm going to create a distraction. And then he steals a little smooch, like he does.
Mm-hmm. Like a little smooch.
And then he runs out. They shoot at him. And then she comes out and fucks them up.
Yeah, she does.
Ties him up with the lasso. And she's like, where is Ernst? Now, it cuts to the dude leaving Martian Manhunter because he's just too tough. And in my head, I'm like, sure. That's how you know it's definitely John that's in disguise. Because he's like, oh, he's just too tough and handsome for me to get information out of.
That glorious Martian was just simply too much of a physical specimen.
He was too powerful for my weak human abilities.
Yes, he certainly didn't let out several undignified screams as he peed himself over and over again.
No, just this clean Nazi outfit that he didn't piss on earlier. And then he warns the guards, be vigilant. And then they go in and find him.
Yeah.
Their guy fucking tied up in the stocks. John has escaped.
He sure has.
And he is sneaking around, and he immediately reverts back to Martian form. And I'm like, John.
Stick in the Nazi disguise for at least a little longer, man.
John, you are in a Nazi fortress, and you are dressed like a green S&M freak. You're wearing suspenders and a diaper, and you are green. And you're
dressed like you're going to a disco on Halloween.
You shapeshift, man.
Yeah.
You are undercover. That's like a cop being undercover in his cop uniform.
Yeah.
He's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, it cuts to Superman and... Thank God.
I'm still laughing about Martian Manhunter turning
He's
back.
Beyond that, too, like, that's the last thing that happened. He was in that ship. He was in that base, for roughly 4 minutes in that form before he got shocked to shit.
Yes, and now to sneak out looking like I'm going to Burning Man.
He looks so fucking stupid. John, you could just be a Nazi for a minute.
Yeah. You might as well be wearing some glow sticks, you asshole. Like, what is this?
Quick, somebody turn on Skrillex.
Has anyone ever told him he looks like Corey Feldman?
But with long hair. Now it cuts to Sergeant Rock's team. They're pinned down by the Nazis in like a little bunker battle. They send Wildman to throw a grenade, but he is grazed in the leg.
Shot through the leg.
He's
and
grazed
drops
in the leg.
the grenade.
He drops the grenade. The grenade does not much. It's like 6 feet away from him, and he's fine.
Right. It really looks like it's going to kill him because he drops it like right in front of himself. And I was so ready to laugh my ass off forever about that.
Dude, it's...
Because they're like, go get him, wild man. And he runs out there and instantly gets shot and drops the grenade on himself.
It's also a fucking pineapple frag grenade.
Yeah.
Like, he should be shredded by this
he
thing.
should be dead.
Also, it is very funny because John finds the sniper and shoots him and kills him.
Oh, yeah. He blasts him out of a tree. Yeah.
John kills a man, alters the timeline.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
Look, that dude had to go.
Because when you're watching this, at first you're like, oh, I guess these Nazis could have, like, parachuted.
Yeah, the guys in the plane, and they do show a couple of them parachuting out of the planes.
Sure. John shoots a man in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Got him. I killed another man, and it feels so good. Glad I can do it legally.
Can't wait to recharge my ring and get my tools back.
Glowing green surgical tools.
Yeah, it's torture implements.
Oh man. Let's see. Oh, I also skipped that Superman and Hawkgirl with the Blackhawks on Black Hawk Island find the photo of the factory complex.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, there's some anti-aircraft batteries. We can cripple those and then we can destroy it. Anyway, Sergeant Rock's team is such a funnier story because they're like, John, cover us, and he immediately gets one of the guys shot. That's also unfair.
Mm-hmm.
John, make sure no one gets shot in this war. I mean, I'll try.
I'll do my best, but my ring doesn't even work.
I'm just a dude. I haven't even fought. This is a Browning.
What do you want me to do? Yell at them?
I had an M16, for God's sake.
Yeah.
This is bolt action.
I was in Desert Storm. This is like a Civil War musket.
I can't use this. How are you going to get the barrel hot enough to torture someone with?
I guess I'll rub it between my palms. That'll heat it up.
So now Vandal goes to check on his precious laptop, and Martian Manhunter just punched it.
Yep. He just fucking smashed it.
He just punched it and left it there.
And I love that he left it on the same desk so that Vandal Savage would find it.
But he punched it.
Like, he could have taken it with them so they sort of knew kind of what he had. But no, he's just like, fuck this asshole.
He could have broken it over his knee. He could have burned it, but instead he just punched it and ran away like an 8-year-old. It's so funny.
It is pretty great.
And he's so mad. He's like, move up the invasion. Begin Operation Endgame. And he's like, we can't because one of our communicators was stolen and they will hear everything. So now Wonder Woman and Steve are now trying to rescue Ernst. So they the way they get in is she flies next to a truck holding him like luggage. And then they fly up the wall, and then she punches a hole in the fucking castle, and I'm like, super stealthy. Good job, Diana. Like
I want them to know it was me.
And boy, do they.
Yeah.
So Steve Trevor grabs one of those stick grenades, and he's like, you never know when you'll need this, and immediately clobbers a dude with it.
Right, yeah, it's a potato masher. But yeah, I laughed my ass off when he did that.
I thought it was a stick grenade.
I think it's called a potato masher.
Oh, the kind of grenade. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just because that's what
I thought for a second that you were like, no, he was in a kitchen. He took a fucking potato.
No. That's because it kind of looks like one.
Yeah,
that's the German
it's funny
hand
because
grenade.
The last thing I would want to do to beat somebody to death with is to use an explosive.
I laughed out loud when he did that because I was like, "That's a grenade, my man."
Yeah.
What if that went off?
Yeah, that is very reckless. Awful.
It's not a blackjack, Steve.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty great. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. He grabs a grenade, clubs the dude with it. Seems unsafe. Okay, so they find him tied up and gagged. But guess what? It's a trap. They untie Ernst, and it's Dave Thomas, not the founder of Wendy's, but the McKenzie brother that isn't Rick Moranis.
Funny we mentioned Rick Moranis earlier. He is totally voicing the German codebreaker.
Yeah, Grace Under Fire's Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
And he's like, it's a trap. I tried warning you, and it's like, how exactly did you try warning us?
Well, he was like trying to blink. He was trying to blink urgently at them so they would know.
Oh, yeah, because we're in here already.
See it? Hold on. Ernst is blinking like there's some sort of trap.
Yeah. You can't whisper a warning to somebody about something like tanks, because if you're whispering, you're already close enough that the tanks are going to fuck you up. And boy, are there, because there is 30 wheel tanks coming their way. And that is our to be continued for part 2. Which means that both episodes are, both of the 2 cliffhangers are, tank wheels are coming.
Right, yeah. Both times it's the Legion of Doom wheels.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, well, we didn't need that, did we?
Yeah,
2 times? I get it.
I guess it worked the first time, so,
Yeah. Well, that's the to be continued. On to part 3.
Yeah, let's do it.
I tried to warn you. They know you've got the communicator and they want it back. But, in a German voice like Dave Thomas. So Wonder Woman takes it apart, says, trust me, covers them with a mattress, tanks fire, and fucking destroys the castle. And in my head, I'm like, that wouldn't work.
I don't know. Maybe she's shielding them with her body.
Well, she is, but it also collapses to the ground. Mm-hmm. It's like when the Ents are attacking Saruman, mm-hmm. and they're just fucking whipping boulders, and the whole castle comes down. Like, it's that intense.
Yeah.
So they fire, fucking destroy the castle. She gets run the fuck over, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the Nazis find the broken communicator case that she took apart, and they're like, yes, excellent. It is broken. We destroyed it.
We breaks it. Now on to America.
Yeah. And then Vandal Savage is like, great. This is great.
Awesome.
Begin Operation Endgame.
I am so hard right now.
Yes, we are going to take over America with 8 planes. So Wonder Woman and gang get out safe. Superman and Hawkgirl and the Blackhawks are flying in to the fucking base. They are fired upon. Superman is just punching individual bullets as they're being shot at him.
Yeah, he's really trying to look cool. Like, he's finally in a situation where he can really flex, and he's milking it for all it's worth.
Yeah, show off to a bunch of people that still believe in God, Now it's the time when people still have photos of Christ hanging on their fucking wall.
Yeah, I know. He really wants to take this opportunity to terrorize 6 guys.
Yes. They are fucking destroying the Nazis. Flash runs into the factory as they're closing the gate and hits the alarm to get all of them to leave. And then the Blackhawks bomb the ever-living shit out of that factory.
Oh, yeah. They blast the fucking walls out. It's pretty great. Yeah.
And so then Flash is like, here's what they were working on, and it was jet engines. And they're like, that seems way too advanced. And I'm like, yeah, you guys aren't noticing the theme here?
Also, it's not.
I mean, those jet engines?
The Nazis were specifically building prototype jet engines at this time.
I mean, there you go.
But I mean, that's nitpicky.
Yeah. So Jean flies in and he goes, it's from the future. I know how Savage is planning to use it. And in my head, I kind of want to be like, okay, number 1, we just said it's from the future. Mm-hmm. That's literally what we're talking about. Number 2, I think we all know how he's going to use jet engines.
Yeah, I think we all know what jets do.
No. You've got to pay attention. He's going to use the jet engines to fly across the Atlantic.
No, listen, he's going to use the jets on a jet.
He's going to put them on planes and use them for war. Yeah,
man.
John.
Thanks, John. Thank you.
He just found out what a jet was.
You running off and getting kidnapped 2 episodes is really important. Thank you for doing that. Her vital mission.
Yeah. Thanks for getting us the information that it's from the future and that Savage is planning to put them on planes. We are so grateful for your sacrifice. Also, does he know who Hitler is?
Jean?
Because
I don't see why he
Hitler
would. But he really is staring at frozen Hitler like he knows who he is.
Yeah.
But why would he know who Hitler is?
Well, if this man is incapacitated, I will just take this as my human form.
He's just walking around looking like Hitler. No, see, this way I can masquerade as a human without fucking up the timeline. It's like, no, John, we really got to talk. You can't.
I believe I will take this. I will take this shape when I am back to our future.
No, absolutely no, John.
Once we get back to our time, I will take this mantle.
Funny that nobody uses this mustache anymore. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going to have this mustache forever.
Yeah. No, sorry, John. John, you can't take that form, but I'm keeping this mustache. I'm bringing it back.
I will be like Bruce Wayne, but with this mustache.
What if he was just for the rest of from this point on? What if he was just walking around like normal Martian Manhunter with a little Hitler mustache,
a little bright red Hitler mustache? I thought it looked cool. Never seen that one before.
Like they show back up in the watchtower at the end, and he looks like that. Batman's just like, what the fuck is that?
What happened?
What happened?
That would be funny if every episode of Justice League he just had different facial hair. Like he had an old timey like Raleigh fingers mustache one time.
Yeah.
Big fucking
some real sick
Ambrose
mutton chops.
Yeah, some Ambrose Bierce mutton chops. Just a fucking stupid looking, ravishing Rick Rude mustache.
Oh hell yeah.
So then it cuts to Sergeant Rock's company. They seem lost. They're looking for the runway, and they're like, this hill isn't even on the map. Dozer, again, talking shit to John, which I'm like, he already kicked the shit out of you once, man. I don't know if you really need this. Do you really want that? He beat the shit out of you in pajamas.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay because the universe intervenes and kicks his ass.
Yeah, he falls down because they're in a fake hill.
Yeah.
They're on the runway, baby. So it's a bunch of Nazi bombers being loaded up. And then it cuts to Ernst cracking the code of the communicator. And he's like, the invasion is starting. And Steve Trevor's like, well, where are they going to hit in Britain? And he's like, they're going to hit America. And I love that that's like the big secret.
Yeah,
and
I love that that's
it would
like
be a
way
big
worse.
war secret, but like I'm not that impressed.
Yeah.
Alert the Allies. Wonder Woman leaves, but she kisses Steve Trevor before she leaves. What? Excuse me? Get it, girl? Vandal Savage arrives on the runway to lead the invasion, and then Sergeant Rock's company immediately starts shooting. And I'm like, is that the smart thing to do?
Yeah, 4 guys with machine guns going to take out all 6 of these super planes.
Yeah, maybe fuck up their wheels or something.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah.
You're at tanks. You guys are at tanks. Get in the tanks.
Yeah, maybe use one of those. I don't know. What are you doing?
Also, a plane starts to take off, and John jumps on the motorcycle to chase him. Sergeant Rock guys shoot one of the planes in their landing gear with the tank, so they're down. John is chasing the plane with his motorcycle and jumps on. Meanwhile, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, and Hawkgirl are just kind of hanging out. Black Hawk lands to tell him about the invasion, and Flash is like, fuck this, and then he just runs. He's like, which way's west? And so he runs and finds a fucking battleship in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, he finds like the Atlantic fleet.
Yeah. He's like literally running across the sea. John is now on the plane. this is my, we were saying favorite parts. This is one of my favorite parts because he just grabs a pipe and just starts like swinging aimlessly. He's just bashing shit. Mm-hmm. It's so fucking funny.
It is pretty great.
He's like in one of those stress rooms that you go to relieve your problems.
Like, I don't know what any of this is, but I bet it's important. It just starts breaking
smash
shit.
Everything.
Smash it all.
And like it's fucking awesome because in the cockpit they're like, we're losing altitude. We have no radio. What the fuck is happening?
And it's just Jon Stewart going buck wild like Dennis Hopper in the end of Chainsaw 2.
Yeah, he's like full Taz down there.
He's just smashing everything.
But then two dudes beat and capture him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to put an end to... Nope, two dudes taking me out. And he's brought to Vandal Savage. Vandal, like, puts on his electricity glove.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm going to torture this shit out of you.
It's Dr. Claw time, baby.
And then as soon as he's about to do it, Superman and Hawkgirl start fucking up his plane.
Yeah. Like, Superman just flies through it.
He's, like, on the plane fucking it up, and then the plane literally shoots itself and hits Superman.
Yep.
And Superman is struck, and he's like, oh, because of course he is.
And then he gets shot by more missiles and goes like, oh, again, because Superman...
didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary. We know how this is going.
Superman is a magnet for embarrassment.
The Justice League all start fucking up these two planes, and then they just start destroying everything. But Vandal Savage's ship is repaired, and we're like, oh no, but like this thing is still in rough shape, and the Justice League is still there. But then they fire the afterburners and take off. But not before those USA battleships start shooting them down. Flash is on it.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I really appreciate that Vandal Savage's big plan was to fly these future planes across the Atlantic to America, and that 1940s battleships can still fuck them right up.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is they weren't going to be detected by radar because they were clearly stealth bombers.
Yeah.
Like, you saw the shape, it was stealth. So they were going to sneak over. But,
yeah.
you know, you still can't, you know, it's a fucking battleship.
I mean, they made a big wheel that was Superman-proof, so I don't know.
That is true. God. So, and like the battleship's like taking them out. John gets free, aims the gun at Vandal Savage, who's like, go ahead and try to kill me. I've been trying to die for years.
Yeah. They don't really address that, but...
Yeah, he's like, come on, bring it on. John looks at him and he's like, okay, and just turns and starts shooting up the cockpit, including, I think, one of the dudes.
He might have. They both dive out of the way, but it is funny that
Tom, they don't get back up.
No. It is very funny to me that Vandal Savage is like, oh yeah, come on, try and shoot me. And John Stewart's like, well, okay. Just like
guess I won't.
Unloads on the console.
Yeah.
Vandal Savage's like, shit, no, that's not what I meant.
So they get into a fight. Vandal Savage comes at him, and John does some fucking judo thing and just puts that electricity glove in his own fucking face.
Yeah, Vandal Savage palms his own face with the Dr. Claw glove.
With what I'm guessing is 800,000 volts of electricity.
His eyeballs exploded.
Yeah. He's going to have to regenerate them shits. Imagine being immortal but losing your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, well, I'm here forever. I guess I got to learn Braille. I guess. Seems like
that kind of sucks.
Doable thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've got time.
You know, yeah. He'll be pretty fucking capable pretty soon. John, let's see. Oh, Jean notices that John is on the plane, but then is hit by a shell.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, John is on there. He's like, John. And she's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, he's totally fucking dead. And he's like, nope, he is on that plane that is going down. John is beating Savage. Then he gets hit. Hawkgirl saves him. The plane starts crashing into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
This episode moves really fast.
It does, honestly, this last one. It's mostly action.
Yeah, it's a lot of action. Hawkgirl, as she's dragging him, he's like, what took you so long? She was like, I was doing my hair. And then she squeezes his hand a little extra, and it's like, oh, we gonna fuck.
Yeah!
So now all the jets turn back. The Nazis are like, yes, we are done. We are over. Sorry, our bad. But the Blackhawks are like, nope, fuck you. And the Justice League just kind of watches the Blackhawks destroy them. Like, the Justice League is like, well, we're done.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you knew this, but there is still the war happening.
No. They did what they came there to do.
So the Nazis are now leaderless, and they go into the Hitler room.
Yeah. They go to the Hitler icebox.
And it's like, I don't know. I feel like he's going to be a little upset at you guys.
And also, this is all history now.
This is what happened in World War II.
Yeah, this is what kids learn about in history class.
Yeah. And then Superman went back in time. Huh. Yeah,
Really?
like quantum physics has to be a 4th grade class now.
Yeah.
I love, and then Justice League, then you see them jump out of the vortex as it's collapsing, because this all happened in 48 hours.
Yeah. Do they show how they get back to the vortex?
They do not reference that at all. And
Oh,
I don't think they set
man.
up a save point there. So he's like, oh, it's one of these homes. Batman's just kind of standing there, but it's normal Batman, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, the Watchtower picked up the anomaly. Where were you guys? And Superman hugs him, and he's like, it's really you. And Batman's like, let go of me.
Yeah.
And the rest of the Justice League is like, looking at him, and it's like it's of the time where you think they're going to be like, gay. And you're like, well, that wasn't necessary. Come on. It's weird. They're all looking at him like, you fucking wuss. They're like bully looking.
Yeah. Very much
Did you get
so.
that? Did you get the vibe where they wanted to be like 90s bullyish to him?
A little, not as much.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Maybe I'm
that's
just
you.
repeating what I heard too much when I was growing up.
I mean, Batman certainly does not reciprocate the hug. He's just standing
No.
there. And he's like, okay, you have to tell me what happened.
And then they're like, you're not going to believe what we've been up to. And in my head, I'm thinking Martian Manhunter's like, I got electrocuted in a different country.
I went
can
back
check
in
it off.
time to get electrocuted again.
Yes. It's like he's got like one of those like travel the world maps that you color in whenever you go to a different country, but it's places he's been kidnapped or captured in.
Yeah.
No, I was captured in Germany this time. That was a good one. Wonder Woman's all sad about Steve Trevor, you know? So she goes to a rest home to visit him, and she's like, Steve? And he's like, Angel. And she grabs his hand and then sucks his old dick right off.
Yep. Sucks the dust right out of his just fucking withered ass.
Just sucks his
Papery.
prostate right through his dick.
Yeah. It's like a paper straw.
Yes. Just all falling apart.
Just flaking
goes
off
for it.
like a croissant.
It's so funny. This history is so like, he's like, it's just like it was before. And it's like, no.
No, it's not.
like
Everything
it
is
was before.
vastly different.
Yeah, this is some Miles Dyson in Terminator 2 shit right here. We've left some shit back there. There are jet engines back there, years in advance. We left a communicator back there. There is a laptop back there. Mm-hmm. Microchips are now a thing people knew about in 1945.
Yeah. There's going to be photographs of those fucking 5-story big wheels and
Yeah.
in like
Also
in a Ken Burns documentary.
Yeah, and a big gap in all those Hitler biographies too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that. Not a lot happened in 1943 or 44 for Hitler.
Yeah, he was real quiet. Hitler was strangely quiet as a mouse in those 2 years.
Yeah, he took a little vacation. Could you imagine like de-thawing Hitler and be like, we needed a leader? And he's like, oh, so you froze the guy that you fucked over already? This is going to go great for you.
Why did they keep him frozen?
Yeah, he's Hitler.
Like it's
You
like,
got
well,
him.
we need to just in case we need to unthaw him and get a new leader. So why does he have to be frozen for this?
Do you think you only have the capability for one leader?
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like a vice president of Hitler that was like, no, I got it. I can figure this shit out pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh
Oh my
man.
god, this fucking. I got electrocuted pretty hard.
You'll never believe what happened. I got electrocuted and Superman got owned.
It smells like shit in here. Did someone shit? Yes, that was me. I shit several times.
I admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Do you like my new mustache, Batman? No. Superman has one. They all come back with Hitler mustache.
It's okay, Batman. We're bringing it back.
He didn't have enough time to ruin the mustache, so it's good. That's another. Yeah, Hitler didn't ruin the mustache for everyone because he was canceled out too quick. So there's a bunch of people with Hitler mustaches outside. That's a whole thing.
Batman has one when they come back.
Welcome back.
It's just got a little Hitler mustache.
Just a little bat Hitler mustache.
Oh shit! He
I've
like
been waiting for you.
shaves the bottom of it in little triangles, so it looks like the bat wing, like the bat
Little
symbol.
bat. Yeah. You get it? Yeah, we get it, Batman. You're Batman.
I'm Battler.
No, Bruce Wayne has it. Battler. Also, Battler. Very good.
Fucking Battler.
Oh, man. This third episode moved so fast. Like, when I was taking notes, like, because my first two episodes worth of notes is pretty dense, average density. This third one, it's a lot less because it's just bashing the shit out of stuff.
Yeah, it's just toys getting smashed together.
Meanwhile, though, the body count of this Justice League adventure is fucking, like, they all have to, like, Superman has to face himself after doing that.
Yeah. He's
Like,
gonna go to
killed some men.
He's gonna fly to the Fortress of Solitude and really think about this one.
Like, they killed some people.
Yeah.
John, how was your trip? I shot a man. A stranger.
I shot a man.
Shot him
I
right
shot
to
him
the
right in the
heart.
face.
Yeah.
I saw the
took
light
his-
leave his eyes.
Yeah. Stole his last breath. His strength is my strength now. Like,
Can't wait to do it again.
yeah. Superman's like, I killed at least 40 people.
Oh yeah.
I thought we had like a no killing thing. Not in the past.
Doesn't
It's
count in the
fine
past.
in the past. I think it would actually count way more. Like way more. Are you sure? Nah, it's fine.
And then I ate a guy.
Yeah. Wait,
Ate
what?
him right up.
I ate a wheel tank. It was crazy. Wonder
Oh, shit.
Woman's like, I jerked off a spy.
Yeah.
It was great.
Now, if
I
you'll
like how
excuse
everyone's like-
me, I gotta go fuck an old guy.
I like how everyone's like, oh, it was a pretty rough war. And Wonder Woman's like, I had romance.
Yeah.
I had a romantic time.
I'm thinking about it wistfully.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about this dude that I saw roughly 4 minutes ago. This just ain't them the breaks. I'm going to go visit him in Old Town,
Yeah. Old Peopleville.
and I'm going to drain his elderly balls.
Yeah. It's gonna kill him. I'm gonna break his back.
And he's going to love it.
Yeah.
And that's a sode, Tom.
Yeah.
And that's a sode. We finished Justice League Season 1.
We
which
did.
means
We did
gotta-
it.
We got to figure out whether we're going to go into some movies or if we're going to do Justice League Season 2 already.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, you guys can throw out suggestions, but we probably not going to listen to them.
Yeah.
But we
And
might.
especially if it's close. You guys should give us your suggestions, and then we'll do what we want.
Yeah, and then we'll just make our own decisions.
Yeah. Like adults.
Yeah, like adult people.
All right. So thank you all for listening.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Thank you all so much for continuing to listen to and support us.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are, this is a free episode, right? So.
Well, this is not this part, right?
Oh
'Cause,
right, yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, we can make it a free episode if you want. I don't care either way.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Tom, what do you get to promote?
Oh,
cut a
man.
promo later for it.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk.
I mean, you guys can support the podcast at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed, where we do this show. We do Fox Mulder's Maniac. We have a couple of other patron exclusive things that you should check out if you enjoyed this. And we also have a store, tpublic.com/store/gamefullyunemployed, where you can get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of shit. So check that out.
Yeah, you check that out. You can check me out on Sideshow's Sideshow with Jeff May. I am Jeff May. That's on Sideshow Collectibles every other Tuesday. You can also check out You Don't Even Like Sports, the sports podcast for people who don't like sports on the Unpopular Opinion Network. And yeah, like I said, if you are a patron, thank you so much. And if you're not, you should be.
You should be. What are you doing?
You should be. And that's it. That's all I got to say.
Perfect.
I'm done.
Yes. Let's be done.
Let's go. Let's go night-nights.
Yeah, let's go night-night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Will you come with us?
No. If this doesn't work, someone's got to stay here and fight.
You understand that if we do change the past, this version of you, will never have existed.
Nothing would make me happier.
Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at Justin T. Brown and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.